Welcome back to part 2 of our review on An American in Paris. If you haven't already listened to part 1, please go back and give it a listen before moving on. All right, here we go.
I'm shocked you didn't have another song quote to put there.
Oh, yeah. I got to think. Oh, I can think of two as like one as a backup to bring us into the second one. Good thinking, babe. Good thinking.
Yeah, I'm shocked you weren't like,
I'll get on that.
I hope you've got rhythm enough to go back and tra la la with part one.
Oh man. Um so here we are. Let's see. Okay, so Lisa agrees to meet Jerry that same night after he called her for a date, but wants to avoid public places. So they agree to go for a stroll and meet by the River Seine. And here we go into Love is Here to Stay. This is a musical number, and we get to basically see Miss Caron flex her dancing muscles, which is wonderful because the scene leading into this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, we've gotten a lot of Milo and Jerry scenes. How do you feel about the Lisa and Jerry scenes?
Well, I can understand why there are not as many acting dialogue heavy scenes with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, they want to flex her muscle as a dancer, but she may not. I mean, she hasn't had much experience as an actor.
Yeah, this being her introduction to film. I think the first thing I noticed was she is not bad, but I will say she seems very green. And I don't know. I don't really feel her. She's kind of floating around, tra la la, and her you know eyes are not very focused, and
Yeah.
I wonder if that is um I mean, we were even just having a conversation with Courtney today about filming actual film compared to stage or other things. And I wonder if, this being her first movie, she just really didn't know like where to look, where the lights are, the
Yeah.
camera. I don't know, because I feel like I haven't seen Gigi in a really long time, but I feel like comparing this to her in Gigi is like light years difference. Like
Wow.
she's got like she's so vivacious and fun and like, such a cute, outgoing character in Gigi. And I wonder if like the difference in time and her having a little bit more experience kind of like, you're a little bit more familiar with
Oh,
the set
absolutely.
and the camera and the lights. And
she was a teenager, you said, right? I
yeah,
mean,
she was 19 here
yeah.
filming. So yeah, I don't want to say that she was bad, but I could definitely say she was green.
Yeah, because like she is believable in a lot of her scenes, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for somebody to grow as an actor,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if this was her very first film, like kudos to her for being able to pull off a big role like this. But
Mm-hmm. It's a
yes,
lot to have on your back. Like you're the love interest in this big box office MGM, like, musical drama.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that this scene's great because we get to see her at least flex her dancing muscle, which is
Mm-hmm.
why she is a star of this film.
I mean, they're both of them are A+ dancers. Like, so having them dance together, you're going to see like two of the best in their craft,
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah. I
And
love
they
her
do really
costume.
well together. Is this the same
In this scene?
Yeah, I was going to say, is this the same outfit that she was wearing at work, or no? Are we switched?
No, I think at work she was more in like a tighter pencil
Okay,
dress.
then
Yeah.
I want to talk about that
Little
one.
skirt.
You
I
like
think
this
so.
outfit.
Yes.
Her outfit at the perfumery in the black with the belt and the little
Yeah, I don't think
scarf,
it's the same, but
the little
maybe
the little red scarf and the little black belt. Oh, I love that outfit so much. I think that's my favorite outfit of her in the entire movie.
This is my favorite outfit of Jerry's in the entire movie. This tight
Rosie.
Our Husky's just breathing
She's
away over here.
breathing all loud.
This vibrant, kind of deep blue, tight polo shirt that Jean's wearing, and the flowy gray slacks. That's definitely my favorite outfit of his.
It did it for you. Okay. I like those outfits, but yes, I do like I like her work uniform, if that's what it was. But what she was wearing at work, it's so chic, and the black and the red and the belt and the scarf, like it was just, oh, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the red like ascot that she had on. So
Yeah.
pretty.
Isn't it? It's a bandana, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it does look like a bandana. Super cute.
Mhm.
Super, super cute. Lisa rushes off after giving Jerry a smooch because, she's got to go meet Henri.
Her are they fianced?
Her
Are they
boyfriend.
affianced?
I don't think yet, but definitely, she's got to go run off to go meet up with him. We're catching the end of his performance, which is I'll Build a Stairway to Paradise. Henri tells Lisa he's going on tour in America. Oh, and this is where he proposes to her, actually, babe.
Mhm.
It's this scene.
I want to know how many times MGM has used this stairway.
Ooh, let me tell you.
Because I swear I've seen it. If it's not the same, it's nearly identical. I think I've seen Lucille Ball go down it in like the pink with the big.
I think I've seen Joan Crawford go down it.
I don't think we should be saying go down.
Why is that not good with Joan or with anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Stairway to Paradise. This is one of my fave Gershwin songs. I love the light upstairs. I do. They're beautiful. I think. Oh, and I love the Follies girls too. Honestly, this is one of those feel good classical musical numbers that when you watch it, it very much checks that box of MGM classic musical.
I 100% agree. When I watched this, I said, money, honey.
Big sound stage.
Huge stage, huge staircase. The outfits are big. I looked it up, and I can't remember the years, but like MGM was the prestige movie studio for a good amount of years, and this kind of shows why. People went and they were expecting big, like they were expecting lavish. They wanted money, they wanted budget, and it kind of proved like why they were the best in the game. Like, it's a really cool scene. It's really beautiful to look at, and once it ended, I was like, wow, he has an incredible voice. Like, amazing. I asked you, like, is that really his voice? Because I don't know.
He's credited on the album.
Well, good for him, because everybody was dubbed back in the day, so it's not even a read on him. It's just that's just what they did. They wanted everyone to be perfect. So if that was really his voice, kudos to him. Held that last note professional.
Yeah.
So
thanks for checking off Mister Minnelli. Thanks for checking off our classical musical number box in this, because I really think they like
top hat cane.
Oh yeah.
Like
beautiful.
Yes.
Even the camera work, it's all very tight camera work until that curtain opens. So very cool. We jump from here back to Adam's apartment, the pianist, who's kind of been sprinkled in a bit, but he hasn't played a very important role yet. He and Jerry have a little chat about Lisa. After Jerry leaves, Adam humorously has this daydream while he's napping, and he basically is performing Gershwin's Concerto in F for piano and orchestra in a concert hall. As the scene progresses, Adam becomes like the conductor, and then he becomes the other musicians, and then as it wraps up, he becomes an audience member that's like clapping for them. So it's a pretty interesting dream sequence. I'm gonna just say that, like, it's cool that it shows his aspirations of how he wants to succeed as an artist. My only criticism I will say it feels a bit out of place how pushed into it we are, because I do wish there was a bit more of a proper storyline and a story build for him.
Oh,
Oh,
Rosie
Rosie,
agrees with
yeah, Rosie
you.
agrees.
She wanted Adam to have more of a
Right?
plot line too.
But yeah, the performance itself, I think it is beautiful. I think all of the orchestration is beautiful. I just wish there was a better character build for him.
Yeah, I can agree and I can disagree. Meaning, like for the stage musical, I don't feel like adding him into like the everybody loves Lisa crowd was necessary. Um, I do like that in the movie he just wants to make music. He just wants to, be an artist, which I think is great. But I will agree with you. It felt like this scene was almost added in because they didn't know what to do with them. So they were like,
Yeah. Yep.
let's give him a dream sequence.
Yep.
Okay. It was a cool dream sequence. I thought it was really cool. I will also say that the effects of them having,
At that time,
I will say that the effects that they used to have him walk up to himself and like shake his hand, I was like, oh, okay, like that was cool to watch too. Like, good for
yeah,
them.
very cool for
I
its
mean,
time,
I don't
right?
know how they do it. I don't know how they did it back then. I know that now we would just use CGI, but I had no idea how they did it back then. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was really it piqued my interest to know how they did that. So, very cool scene,
Yeah,
very
cool
cool
effects.
handshake. So,
We jump from Adam's dream sequence to Milo renting Jerry a lavish art studio and tells him that she's planning an exhibition of his work in 3 months' time. Jerry initially refuses the whole studio, but then he accepts under the conditions that he will repay Milo once he sells his work. This is another one of those great acting scenes inside of the apartment between Jean and Nina. I mean, literally, I feel like they get to really flex their acting muscles when they're together in their scenes. And it doesn't even get incredibly heated, the argument, but yeah, I just felt like it was such a good honest scene, you know?
hmm no, I completely agree. Their scenes are always to me the more interesting scenes. Um, their dynamic is more interesting.
Mhm.
They like each other as people, but she loves him and he does not love her back.
Yeah.
And there's that kind of push and pull. Not to say I don't like him and Lisa, but their relationship is more one note. Like it's kind of one note to me, like the
Yeah.
unrequited love. Like
Yeah.
she's got a man, but she's got two men
Yeah, if it
basically.
wasn't for her sneaking off to go see her other man, it would be probably
Yeah,
fall
because
flat a bit.
because everything is a lie between them, kind of, or like their actual scenes together, there's nothing really going on because they're just in love or they're just in like.
Right.
It's the behind the scenes part of their scenes that are more interesting,
Mhm.
of her knowing what's going on and kind of having to be like, oh, we can't be here, or oh, we got to go meet by the river.
Yeah, the
So
sneakiness of it all.
yeah, that part is interesting, but I do find his relationship with Milo more interesting.
Yeah, I agree. We get this little quick montage of him working on his art for about a month. His art that's so incredible and groundbreaking.
I literally put with a sad face that Jerry's not that good.
I don't. I guess I'm not
So is
really
he? Is she?
sure.
Is she investing her money because she really just
Right?
thinks he's hot and wants him as her man?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if she really thinks his work is that great, and that's probably why that little girl in the beginning was going to go up to him and like tell him a thing or two about his art because he's probably.
Yeah, I guess they made a good point about setting that up at the beginning because yeah, I don't know. His art's not. It's just not that special. Nothing's really jumping out
Yeah,
at
I
me.
don't know who did it, and I hope it's not like somebody.
Famous?
Yeah,
Oh my
watch it be like
gosh.
based on someone actually famous, and we're like,
Probably.
oh, it's terrible. They
Probably.
probably used like real Monets or
Oh, I'm
something.
sure. I'm sure.
And we're over here going, Jerry, he sucks.
Well, I mean, it's just. Yeah,
I mean,
just
they use real art, I believe, in or as inspiration for like
Yeah,
later
yes.
for later scenes like in the
Yeah,
ballet, but I really hope that Jerry's artwork is not based on someone, because I feel bad because I don't think it's that good.
I agree. It's
But
just,
again, I
not
cannot.
incredible.
Yeah,
It's just not incredible.
but I think it's okay to not like an artist, so I don't feel that bad,
Yeah.
even if he is famous.
Exactly. Not everybody likes the same art, you know?
Totally.
After a month of courting, Jerry brings Lisa to his apartment building. And when Lisa suddenly rushes off in a taxi, Jerry's confused about it and he complains to Adam, who realizes that this Lisa that Jerry's talking about is Henri's Lisa. Like, hello, it's the same
Oh,
girl.
you mean Henri's Lisa? That's also your Lisa?
Like, what? So, yeah. Same girl. Here we go. Adam's the only one that knows. Henri ends up showing up, and now we've got all three of the guys at the table talking about Lisa, going into a song, which is
It's wonderful.
and it's a really, what's the word? Like a typical scene setup, or like it's like, or like one of those gags, right? Where it's like these two guys are talking about the same girl, but only one person knows that these two guys are talking about the same girl. Like, it feels,
I was more interested in watching
like,
Adam's face.
Yeah,
the whole
like his
time.
reactions, right?
Like, because him being like, ooh,
yeah, it's
like,
just
he was the most interesting thing about that. Like, I really liked he was giving good facial expressions.
Yeah, drops his coffee on himself, asks for brandy a couple times. Like, yeah, he was more interesting. I agree. It is not my most fave song. It's wonderful.
What was that, Yoda?
But I mean, it's pretty famous in regard. I mean, even this scene is probably a famous scene besides the ballet at the end. I do see this scene used. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty iconic. It's not my most favorite. But
I see what you did there.
I feel like it also kind of drags the momentum a bit. Like, we go back onto the streets to tap dance again. Like, the street kids are there, the street people are there. Like, it just, yeah, I feel it drags a bit.
I will say sometimes, not always, but sometimes in classic musicals, there are moments during movie musicals where the music was not written for the scene, where when they try to put a song in and it's not really like the dialogue of the scene, it kind of feels like it doesn't match sometimes.
I can see that.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
with jukebox musicals, you kind of not every jukebox musical can be Mamma Mia, where like the songs fit almost perfectly with what's happening in the scene.
Sure.
Sometimes in classic musicals, when you are using like great songs from the American Songbook, that they plop a song in, and is it a great scene? Yes, but sometimes it's so vague and so, I don't want to say bland, because the song's not bland. It's a good song. I'm gonna stick with vague. Like, it's so vague to what's happening in the scene that it's not really storytelling. It's just the scene's happening, and then they stop for a musical number, but the two don't really have anything to do with each other.
Yeah, no, I get that. I feel
and
that
they
for
try to make it work and make it like work for the scene, but I don't think that always works. And that has happened a couple times throughout this musical, where like the song doesn't really match what is happening in the scene, but it's just a pretty love song. So
yeah, I get that.
I like it, but for it being a jukebox, doesn't always work.
Yeah. That night, Jerry and Lisa meet by the Seine again, and Lisa informs him that she and Henri are going to be married and will be going to America. Though Lisa feels duty bound to Henri because he protected her during the war, Jerry and Lisa proclaim their love for each other still before they leave, and they end up doing their little split apart. One running up the staircase. Devastated, Jerry invites Milo to the art students' masked ball, where they run into Henri and Lisa. Jerry finally admits to Milo that he does love Lisa because he feels awful about it, and feels like he's leading on Milo a bit, especially that night. It was like a 180 where he invited her out on a date. When Henri overhears Jerry and Lisa saying goodbye to each other, he realizes the truth. He's like hiding in the shadows
Mm-hmm.
without even really hiding. It's not like he was eavesdropping. He was out there smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And
I do want to stop and say,
yeah,
I do love this masked ball, and I love their outfits. I love the black and white. I love Lisa's star tiara that she's wearing that almost has like the fireworks of stars, or like the shooting stars coming out of it. It did remind me, and I pulled up a picture to show you, that I don't know if the Phantom of the Opera that came out in the early 2000s or mid 2000s was inspired by this masked ball, but usually in Phantom and Masquerade the outfits are very colorful, and they went with a very black and white palette, and that's exactly the same masked ball palette here, is the black and white. So I showed you, I was like, oh look, these look very similar. So I don't know if that was the inspiration, but it definitely gave me similar vibes with the outfits. I thought they were really pretty.
Yeah, and I think I'm sure that they have some sort of a throwback to inspiration to this movie. I mean, it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is another scene where I feel like they're not using Adam to his full potential as a character. I mean, he's got one little quick quippy scene with Milo, but it's like, here's another situation where it's like he's at the party, he's playing the piano. Like there could have been a really good acting scene with him and Nina.
I did like his I thought it was short, sweet, to the point, because like it sounds like he's being rude, but it's almost like he wants to let her know, like, you still love him, he does not love you, and he invited you here not because he wants to be with you. He's like kind of knocking her into reality a bit.
Yeah.
And her being like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm he made that snarky comment about him inviting his sponsor to the his art sponsor to the party, and then she goes, well, just to let you know, I am his art sponsor, and he's like, I know. And so I feel like that was his way of being like, it's not in a mean way, but him just kind of like letting her know, like, it's not, you guys are not meant to be together.
Yeah, I like that scene too a lot. That's what I was saying. Like, I just want.
Could they have used him more? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I also like that it was short and sweet and to the point? Yes. So
yeah, I get
both
that.
can be true.
Yeah,
I just feel like he's such a good actor, and
I know.
I'm glad they bulked up his role for the stage musical. I just think that they could have done it in a different way. He didn't have to be, again, I know I said it 3 times already, but he didn't have to be like the other suitor or the other one in love with her. Like we could have bulked up his role with something more interesting.
So after this scene on the balcony where Henri overhears everything, he ends up leaving with Lisa, goes down the steps. Lisa does this like dramatic look up at Jerry that's up on the balcony still. And
I was literally waiting for Henri to turn around and be like, what are you looking at?
Agreed, babe.
Because she's so pantomime with it. Yes. And it's like, it's not, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, she is so obvious that she's looking up.
I know.
That like, if I was with someone and they were looking up into the sky like that, I would be like, what are you looking at, boo? Like,
it makes you think of actresses like Grace Kelly, how they would have pulled off a scene like that. You know what I mean? Like the subtleties behind it. Like it just makes you think about actresses that could pull off a lot without being so pantomimey. But yes, you're right. You said the right word. I mean, at the end of the day,
I think they would have had to film close-ups.
I mean, is it a dancer? That is acting, you know?
I think that they would have had to like film close-ups though, because maybe they asked her to be pantomime because they kept it at like almost like a full shot of the car. And so they wanted it to be obvious that she was looking up. They would have had to bring the cameras down and film her at the car to do like a close-up. I think that it would have been better had it been a little bit more subtle, but you know, or he should have looked up, and it should have been, if they were going to make it so obvious that she was looking up, I feel like he should have looked up at the same time, and then Jerry could have been like, oh, like almost like, oh, he sees me up here, and kind of like try to be a little like, you know, look away or something, and then that could have been like the final nail in the coffin of like, okay, I caught them on the balcony, and now she's looking up at him. So like, I really have to like let her go and let her be with her love.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been like the final realization. We could have gotten a shot of Henri really kind of having that full understanding of the situation, and kind of like, yeah, now granted, it would have been less of a surprise once she like at the end of the movie like ran out of the car and was like,
Sure.
but it would have given his character more of a like, okay, this is what I have to do,
Yes.
because
Yes.
they really are in love.
Yes. Yeah. A better like growing point at the end, you know?
Yeah. It would have given the pantomime stare to the sky a little bit more meaning. Had he noticed
to it. Yep. Yep. I agree. As they drive away, Jerry then fantasizes through an extended, famous 17-minute dance ballet, a scene with Lisa, basically all over Paris, set to Gershwin's An American in Paris. This dance sequence is obviously the most famous part about this movie. It's what everybody knows it for why it is so well known. The sequence is set to costumes and set pieces that are all supposed to be influenced by referencing famous French painters such as Dufy, Renoir, Utrillo, Toulouse. There's like, I think 5 or 6 different artists that they reference.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely the moment of the film that everyone knows, the most popular part of the film. As I was reading more into this, I almost felt like the backstory of this, I don't want to be rude, but I almost feel like the backstory to me is more interesting than the dance. And I do not mean that I did not enjoy it. I just love reading about like behind the scenes facts and things like that. And well, number one, budget again. They had a big budget for this film, almost $500,000 to film this 17-minute ballet, which weeks of rehearsals. They actually had to stop production of the film for 1 month. In September, they stopped production so that Vincent Minnelli could go and film the sequel to Father of the Bride, Father's Little Dividend, with Spencer Tracy and Elizabeth Taylor. And then he comes back and he films this 17-minute ballet. And I'm like, that is crazy that they knew like, okay, this is going to take a long time. This is the most important finale piece of this film. We have to do it right. That they literally were like, you can go film this movie. We're going to make sure everything is perfect. And then you come back and you film this ballet.
Like, we're going to need you back here. We're not doing a replacement director, or the cinematographer is not directing this.
Yeah, we're not going to do a Wizard of Oz with 3 directors type thing. Like, we're going to need you back, because yeah, it's so beautiful to watch. It is really peak MGM cinema.
Yeah, and I think like, you know, there's such breakdowns that everyone can watch on like YouTube, and there's just a lot of history that's behind the research that goes into this 17-minute ballet. It is very beautiful, and the costumes are all very beautiful. Like a whole episode could be used to really break down all of the styles of dancing. And you know what? Maybe when we're done with these movies, maybe we do, you know, special feature episodes where we bring in someone to talk more specifically about things. Like maybe we can have a choreographer on the show with us that can specifically talk about, you know,
the ballet choreography.
But yeah, about the ballet choreography in this. But we really, I mean, we would spend so much time because it's all so it's all so different and beautiful. But it's gorgeous. It's a very big budget. Once again, it's checking those musical boxes for us. But it's a very big budget. Everyone looks great. The costumes look great. I love the ending of this of the whole montage with him grabbing the rose off of the ground. I think that's so significant. But yeah, it's beautiful.
So
there's a car horn that breaks Jerry like out of his illusion, and Henri has basically, you know, allowed or really, I shouldn't even say it like that, he's not really allowing, but Henri,
He gives his consent.
yeah, there you go.
So
He gives
he's
his
not
consent that-
heartbroken. He's actually saying, like, I know that you guys are in love. Like, please go be in love.
go be in love with
It's not
Jerry.
really, yeah, I agree. It's not really like he's giving permission.
Yeah,
He's
right.
I think he's reassuring her, like, I will not be hurt. Please go and be with the man you love. That's how I took it.
She meets Jerry on the staircase. They embrace. They leave together, and yeah, there's like
The end.
music score as the end swells. I feel it would have been a better ending considering how the Seine River was used in all of their intimate romantic scenes. I feel like it's a missed opportunity that they did not wrap up the film with them meeting there. Don't know how they could have gotten them there, but it just would have been nice if the characters met back at their spot, since it was their spot.
I feel like I have an idea. They leave. He's awakened by the car horn. Wait, is the car horn actually their car?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like they leave. He starts leaving the party. He's walking away. And while he's walking, he's having this fantasy of this ballet.
Mm-hmm.
You come back to him and he's sitting at the river.
Because he's walked all the way there.
He's walked all the way over there.
Uh-huh.
He's now sitting there. It goes back to him in reality, and it's the car horn, and that's when you look and you see her coming down the steps, and then they could have done it.
Uh-huh. Well,
you can walk and fantasize at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it probably would take you 17 minutes to get
there. To get there? Well, the musical changed up the ending because that is the last scene in the musical. They are by the river. So,
oh my God, were we creative consultants for the musical? Not just me?
I think it's just obvious, quite frankly. Like, okay. I don't think we're really, like making.
We're not reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna ask you earlier, but now that we're back at the Seine.
But we're not back at the Seine. Oh, but yeah,
we're back at the Seine in our mind and in the musical, because that's where it should end. Now that we're talking and discussing the Seine. Is this... I know I've only seen it once, but I know that you've seen it multiple times. But yes, I did want to ask a question. So is this the same river that they're at in the Woody Allen movie with Goldie Hawn?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It definitely is inspired that whole dance routine.
Yeah, I was going to ask that if that dance was inspired by this, because it looked so similar.
Yeah, they dance.
What is the name of that movie?
To I'm through with love. The movie is Everyone Says I Love You.
Oh, okay,
but yeah, but the song.
But yes, I did get the.
You got that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, thank you.
I mean, Goldie had some wire work that they used for her dancing that obviously Leslie did.
I mean, it wasn't,
but it's beautiful. It's a fantasy.
And also, I don't think they're trying to hide it, right?
No,
she's literally like floating around.
Yeah, she's like floating around. Yeah, for sure. They're not hiding it. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the plot.
All right. So we've reached the end of An American in Paris. So what was your favorite overall thing about this film?
I think I do appreciate the musical numbers in this. And I think it's because, as I said, it checks off some classic musical boxes for me.
Mm-hmm.
It also was refreshing for me because I feel like some of the other films we did see, I kept saying like, this movie would be good. It still would be a great movie if there was no musical numbers in it. It still would be good if there was no music in it. Like I say that consistently, but I gotta say I love that Gershwin is another character in this film.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's my favorite overall thing about it. The appreciation for the music and the dancing and everything.
Oh, nice. I feel like I'm going to sound like you. Not that I didn't love the music, but my favorite thing of it was the screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like so many of the scenes and the lines and the way that things were written was so well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved their banter. I loved their, with all of the different characters, like the banter between the men, the banter between the couples, everything, like, it was smartly written, and
Mm-hmm.
I liked that.
Yeah,
Because they got across the jokes, whether they were supposed to be a little bit more naughty, without the code coming
yeah.
after them and cutting it out. So I would definitely say would be the screenplay.
Yeah, you'll have to look into what else Alan J. Lerner has written, and then maybe like you'll be like, oh wow, I love some of those movies too.
Oh, for
Or
sure.
go and watch some of his films that you haven't seen. It's funny you mentioned the censor thing because they when they were editing down that last sequence, the dance sequence, they had told them that they wanted to cut anything that had to do with Leslie dancing with a chair because they thought it was too provocative, and the censor
Oh
board
my
didn't want
god.
anything to do with her dancing with a chair. And she like famously quoted in an interview like, well, what are you guys doing with a chair? Like I
Yeah,
like
it's
what's
not my fault that
yeah,
you have a dirty
yeah,
mind.
she was like, what can you do with a chair? Like what? I think
Yeah,
that's
they were
really
probably
funny.
embarrassed. Someone probably asked them, like, that's not my fault that you have a dirty mind.
Right.
What would you say your least favorite overall thing about the film was?
I do wish that some of the characters were fleshed out a little bit more. I would have appreciated another musical number with Henri. That would have been great because he did sound incredible.
Mhm.
So another number with him. I would have, of course, loved more Adam scenes. I think that the pianist was kind of serve the short end of the stick on this one, but that's my least favorite. I do wish they spent a little bit more time fleshing out some of the other characters. Adding another 20 minutes to it, another 15 minutes to it, I don't think would have hurt because it is so heavy in dance at the end. I
Mhm.
think the acting scenes could have used some more.
I agree with you. I think that they really fleshed out the Milo and Jerry relationship, and you do see a lot of Jerry and Lisa. I feel like they could have fleshed out Lisa and Henri
Mm-hmm.
and made it, given them more of a, are they really that in love, like they did in the stage play? Like, why are they together?
Mm-hmm.
It would have made it a little bit more, I guess, palatable that she wanted to leave him so bad and be with Jerry. For them to be like, oh, well, they're in a relationship of convenience, or they're in a relationship of loyalty, but
Mm-hmm.
not really of love.
Mm-hmm.
So had they fleshed that out more and had more scenes of them not really being that in love, but just having a deep appreciation and loyalty for each other, I feel like that could have really helped if there were more scenes like that. I also feel that Adam could have had much more in this. He is such a good actor, and he's good at one-liners, and like I feel like they could have fleshed out his character and given him more of a backstory
Mm-hmm.
instead of him just being the funny guy and having the funny lines and having his like love for music, which I do love. He does not need a love interest, but they could have done so much more with his character as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it was, I don't know, but I think that they could have fleshed him out. I almost wish that he would have ended up with Milo. Something like,
I could see that.
I mean, yeah, that's a love interest, but it would have been interesting. Something, I don't know what, but yeah, they could have fleshed him out too.
Agreed.
And how do you feel about the legacy of American in Paris, and how do you think that it impacted you or impacted culture in general?
Well, I mean, I think it goes back to what I had said before about, even if this movie is so like critically acclaimed, you could extract the dance
Mhm.
finale of this and really use that in so many ways. And I'm sure many acting teachers, many dancing instructors, like many dance instructors, choreographers, I'm sure there's a lot of study that has went into it. I feel like the legacy of that alone really is inspiring.
Mhm.
Um, So yeah, I mean, and obviously Gene did so much on this film. He was recognized with a special honorary Academy Award in itself. So clearly
Definitely.
that alone was part of the impact that it had.
Agreed. I totally agree with you on that. It's kind of funny that I asked that question about the Goldie Hawn and Woody Allen movie earlier because I mean, that kind of proves in itself what an inspiration and what an impact this has left on cinema and just, yeah, on cinematic culture, I
Yeah, I
guess,
mean, you mentioned
because
how many movies? You mentioned how many movies that you feel were inspired by this? A Woody Allen film,
Mhm,
um, a Schumacher film, which is Phantom,
mhm,
Moulin Rouge,
mhm,
which is a Boss film.
mhm.
Like you, three. There probably were more actually that got mentioned, but
Yeah,
look at that. I mean, that
but,
alone influenced.
so
How
many
many
have
directors have been influenced by this?
whether it was intentional or unintentional, I'm sure intentional because it's so iconic, but yeah, you're right, I kind of forgot about those. Right now, I was kind of focusing on the last one that I had asked, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right, like, there are so many movies that have been brought up today that kinda answer that question for us.
Yeah.
It has impacted the arts and cinema and culture because it's so beautiful to watch. The fact that you can have a movie with such great dialogue and end that film with a 17-minute ballet with
Mm-hmm.
no dialogue at all and have it be so riveting and beautiful to watch. And like you said, there are probably classes that have been made about that section of the film, just about every little detail that they probably put into it, not just the costumes, but the art. It's so much that went into it. It was $500,000 to make.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I don't know what the difference in the money is, but that's millions of dollars that they
Mm-hmm.
spent on it. And I feel like it was well worth it. And they made their money back. They made well over that and
Mm-hmm.
made such a big income for the studio. So whatever they did right.
Yeah,
And it's left an impact for sure.
for sure.
All right. So was there anything else you had to add before we go on to the wheel?
That'll do it. I say we get the wheel going.
The wheel is spinning, tra la la.
The wheel is. Oh, it also inspired Labyrinth. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Okay. Let's see. You ready?
I'm ready. Okay, so the next film that we will be reviewing, I honestly don't think I've ever seen. We're going to be doing 1936 Showboat,
Showboat. Okay.
starring Irene Dunn, not to be confused with the 1951 MGM Showboat.
Which I think, am I more familiar with that one too?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like I've seen that one. I don't think I've ever seen the 1936 version. So this is exciting.
Possibly me too, actually.
I do know and love Irene Dunn. I've seen her in Love Affair, which is the original version of An Affair to Remember with
Oh,
Deborah Carr.
uh-huh.
So that's interesting. This is at least two movies of hers that I know that have been remade later in
Oh,
the 50s.
yeah, cool.
So, yes, I'm very excited. It's either going to drum up memories that I've seen it or it's going to be a movie I've never seen before.
Yeah, same with me. I literally think the other version might be the one I'm more familiar with. So yeah, I mean I'm here for it. You're a Hammerstein guy, so I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll at least love some of the tunes.
Oh, I definitely know a lot of these songs and I do love them a lot. Specifically, Can't Help Loving That Man
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
and I mean Old Man River.
Classic.
And yeah, those are the two that I can think of off the top of my head. So,
Cool.
yeah, I'm very excited.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening in today. Please make sure to go out to our social media and find us out there. We are at Hollywood Hubbies on IG as well as TikTok.
As well as AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Leave comments. Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. We appreciate all the listens, and yeah, see you guys next time.
All right, see you next time. Bye.